I've been wanting to buy this truck and I've been so busy with work that I haven't been able to make it into the dealership. Well, Raritan's of Monroe is actually bringing the vehicle to me. I gotta go, it looks like it's here right now. I'll call you back.
Too busy to schedule a test drive? Raritan's of Monroe will bring the test drive to you. It's part of our new concierge service. Personalized car shopping built for today's customer. It's another reason why Raritan's of Monroe is a customer service champion. Let us know what we can do for you.
When you shop at Ace Hardware in Everett and Lake Stevens, we'll help you find what you're looking for and offer friendly advice too. Owners Greg and Christine are all about serving their customers and their community. They support local high school sports and many other community organizations and events. So the next time you need help with your to-do list or project around the house, bring it to Ace. They'll greet you at the door and help you find whatever you need fast. Show your support for locally owned businesses. Shop Ace Hardware just off Highway 9 in Lake Stevens and Everett Greenway in Everett. Ace is the place for the helpful hardware folks.
And we welcome you live to Glacier Peak High School once again as you get an aerial view of where we are at right now. And this is game number 3 coming up of the Glacier Peak High School 2018 Top of the Peak Holiday Tournament. There it is, Glacier Peak in all its splendor. And we are inside one of those lovely buildings right there as we've got our third game coming up for girls basketball between the Edmonds-Woodway Warriors and the Chiawana of Pasco Riverhawks. I'm Mark Ockett with Todd Elvig, and we're happy to bring you the action right here on STSPN.com. Our presenting sponsors are Ace Hardware of Lake Stevens and Everett, and also Raritan Dodge Chrysler Jeep. Our scoreboard sponsor, GNS Heating, Cooling, and Electric. From the Stripe free throw sponsors, Gamut 360 Holdings and Speedway Chevrolet. Player of the Game T-shirts and game package from Adrenaline Fundraising, and our timeout sponsor, McDaniels Do-It Center of Snohomish. So we thank everybody for their sponsorship and involvement. We've got 2 in the books so far, and in those games, game number 1, which started at 1 o'clock and wrapped up about an hour and 25 minutes after that, it was Glacier Peak with a 76-61 victory over Peninsula. And then in the second game, another team called the Grizzlies, the Sunnyside Grizzlies, just like the Glacier Peak Grizzlies, with a 64-33 win over Kent Lake. So the first 2 games have turned out to be one-sided affairs. Lots of great pressure defense by the 2 teams that won in those games, by Glacier Peak in game number 1 and by Sunnyside in game number 2. So that sets up a great matchup for our semifinal game tomorrow at 4:30, which will feature the Glacier Peak Grizzlies and the Sunnyside Grizzlies. And we'll also have 4 more games tomorrow total. Our second semifinal game will be at 6:15. It'll feature the winner of this game between Edmonds-Woodway and Chiawana, and the next game coming up today, which we'll also have at 6:15 between Lewis and Clark and WF West. There's 8 really solid teams out here playing in this Top of the Peak tournament, and let's take a look at the starting lineups. First of all, for the visiting team, as they'll be on the scoreboard, that is the Edmonds-Woodway Warriors. Their head coach is John Rasmussen in his 3rd season. Here's his lineup. Starting at guard, a 5'6 junior, A.J. Martineau. Also a guard, 5'9 senior, Ingrid Fosberg. Starting a wing position, a 5'11 junior, Maddie McMahon. At guard, a 5'9 senior, Rebecca DeSala-Good. And also starting as a guard, and a big one at 6 feet, a senior, Adrian Poling. So it is Martineau, Fosberg, McMahon, DeSala-Good, and Poling for the Edmonds-Woodway Warriors. Their assistant coaches are Nina Lowe, Noah Wallace, Maddie Neely, and Natalie Rasmussen. Now, over on the other side, the home team on the scoreboard in this one, the Chiawana Riverhawks. Again, they're out of Pasco, Washington, down in the Tri-Cities, one of the 3 Tri-Cities, along with Richland, and Kennewick. Let's take a look at who they have as their head coach. It's Steve Davis. He's in his 10th year. He's been the only coach for this girls' team as the school is in its 10th year. And they added a new school down there with Chiawana coming on board in the 2009 school year to join Pasco High School. For the Riverhawks, Macy Morales starts as one guard. She's a 5'6 senior. Alyssa Agundis, a 5'9 junior guard, gets going for them as well. Also starting at guard, 5'9 sophomore Delaney Pink. A 5'8 guard, a senior, is Bailey Bunger. And in the post, a senior at 6 feet, Claire Eubanks. Morales, Agundis Pink, Bunger, Eubanks, and we are underway getting things started here. Now, it's going to be interesting to see what kind of defense we see both teams go out with. And Todd, I look at this as when you're going through a tournament, it tells a story. You have various games going on. Obviously, we have 4 each day, and you look at it, okay, there's 12 parts to this entire book or play, if you will, and take a look at them as like chapters. So we've completed a couple of chapters, and it's been the Grizzlies of Glacier Peak and also of Sunnyside getting the job done with that pressure defense. So let's see what Chapter 3 has for us.
Exactly. This should be a good matchup right here. Both of them bringing something a little bit different to the table, but I think it'll be a good matchup. So
far, neither team has scored, but there's definitely a good fast pace out there on the court. Chiawana with the basketball. They have the white uniforms on. Green uniforms for the Edmonds-Woodway Warriors. Underneath, connecting, Claire Eubanks gets it done. Claire averages just under 10 points per game. Now Edmonds-Woodway in front court. A.J. Martineau driving the right baseline. Tries to shovel one out on the far side. That's going to go out of bounds. We had a lot of turnovers by the losing teams in each of the first 2 games, each team with over 20 turnovers in those. And just to recap, our Adrenaline fundraising player of the game. For the first game, it was Haley Grambo, a senior for the Glacier Peak Grizzlies. And in the second game, it was Cameron Rodriguez. She is a junior for Sunnyside. Big three-pointer on the right side. Coming through, Bailey Bunger. 5-0. Chiawana is on top. They're saluting Native American heritage down there in the Tri-Cities and Pasco with the Chiawana name. Pull-up jumper way off the mark. That goes out of bounds. And so far, Chiawana is coming out the gate pretty strong here.
What was the Warriors' record?
Edmonds-Woodway are 4-0 in conference play. That's Wesco 3A. And they are 6-1 overall. And for Chiawana, they are 4-1, and that is in the Mid-Columbia Conference 4A and 4-2 overall. So conference-wise, these two teams are pretty evenly matched up. And actually overall, again, it's just the way this has laid out. They got 8 strong teams. Even though those first 2 games were one-sided, it's just because one team took complete command on the defensive end to force a lot of turnovers and capitalize with the baskets to get the victories. But when we were getting prepared coming into this, it was like, wow, they really scheduled some top-notch teams in this tournament. Underneath, there you go. There's a top-notch play. Adrian Poling coming through on a superb, excellent pass coming through that time.
Wesco 3A is not a cheese division, so I think for them to be 4-0 in that division, I think that speaks something about their ability.
Yeah, you know, on the competition level is always strong. Now, throughout Wesco, there's a lot of youth that is involved in both 4A and 3A, which is fun for us, too, to watch these players develop over the next 2 or 3 years to see where it's going to go. And I think once you get these players more established in time out there in season, there's going to be a few teams heading down to the state tournament at the Woodshed at the Tacoma Dome. Now, a foul. That was called on Edmonds-Woodway's Maddie McMahon. 2 foul shots good by Macy Morales. 7-2 is the score. Just underway here in game number 3 of the day. Edmonds-Woodway and Chiawana. Mark Ockett and Todd Elvig on STSPN.com. That one's going to fly way to the left and out of bounds. They've had a couple of three-pointers, Todd, that just have not been close as of yet. And again, part of that is just getting settled in. And the biggest thing is you don't want to dig too deep of a hole for yourself before you start finding your groove from the outside.
Well, you can see that that's what they're looking to do.
Chiawana working it to the left side. Now up top. Bunger fires away. Oh, she almost got the banker. She's already hit a three-point basket. Edmonds with renewed life heading the other direction. Quick pass. That would have been nice had it gone in because it was a really good pass by Poling over to the far right side. Chiawana says we'll go the other direction with it and build up a 9-2 lead. The defense tight in the half court right there. That's going to be out of bounds. Last touch by Chiawana as teams will make substitutions. Kylie Thorne and McKenna Caliber both coming in for Chiawana, and in for Edmonds-Woodway is Brooke Kearney.
That kind of bailed them out there.
4:11 to go as Edmonds-Woodway with the basketball. We're in the first quarter of play, and she gets the roll and the bounce. Pulling has all 4 points. Chiawana into front court. Tight underneath. That's good defense right there. Maddie McMahon, hands up, didn't overcommit, and forced the player to make the adjustment on the shot. But you got to come down the other way and get that finish right there. As Pulling had a nice seam, but she couldn't get it done. She released off the mark that time, too. We're keeping an eye on that. Over on the far side, Morales missed on that one. Edmonds-Woodway getting in there, controlling the boards. We'll see if they can use some patience this time down. Kearney with the basketball, handling the point guard position right now. Averages 9.4 points per game, plus the ball distribution. 3:16 left to go first quarter. Into the game for Chiawana is Michaela Burton. And also for Edmonds-Woodway, Jaden Warham. Edmonds-Woodway needs to take a look at really playing smart and setting up a basket there, and that's not the route to go. I mean, it's nice that she was able to drive in there, but that's a couple of big misses for Pulling. Think if she had just eased it back up a little bit and connected on those baskets, it'd be a one-point game right now. Yeah, she's mad at herself, too, and let's hope that sticks and she just kind of eases it back a little bit going in. You don't want to run in there out of control. You don't have to, Todd.
That is correct. I think that the quality players, they realize when they've kind of rushed things.
Oh, that's a nice pass. That time it was Macy Morales finding Delaney Pink. And Pink is going to be fouled, so she'll head to the foul line with 2 shots. From the stripe, brought to you by Speedway Chevrolet. Straight down the chute. Well, Edmonds-Woodway has not been to the line yet. Chiawana is 3 for 3, a chance to make it 4 for 4 right here. Doesn't get it done. Pink has 3 points in the game. Underneath for the board is Pulling. They're clogging it up. Pass out to the far side.
Oof.
And a miss by Rainin. Another tough miss for Pulling. And Chiawana will bring it out.
That 3 ball, that was deep in the well, came right back out.
Yeah. That's where it really gets frustrating. But you got to think, okay, just keep at it. As long as you're moving the ball, and I think that's always the big thing, as long as you're moving the ball well and looking for the best shot possible, that even if you don't get it, that you hope that you'll get maybe a little more relaxed or your touch will just kind of get in sync and those shots will start falling in for you. 2:14 to go, first quarter. It's a 10-4 lead for the Chiawana Riverhawks. Third game of our fourplex today. With the shot, a three-pointer, Delaney Pink. She connects on it. I'm going to throw all kinds of terms out, because we have to stay fresh. That's the key. Because I had you driving to the basket is Pulling. She gets it that time. Now that's what I'm talking about. She was well focused, knew where the basket was, didn't lose sight of it, and didn't just throw it up. She had a nice glide and release and made that basket. Just like Todd or I would do, right? Well, actually, Sarah probably. Your daughter would show us a thing or two about that.
I think I would float.
Pay
easy.
Solid dollar for that one. 13-6 is the score. It's a 7-point lead. Blocking foul. Edmonds-Woodway will have 2 shots. Getting those 2 shots will be Jaden Warham. Caliber called for the foul. First one good. This is our first trip to the foul line. From the stripe, brought to you by Gamut 360 Holdings. So we brought Gamut 360 Holdings on board this year. They were gracious enough to join us. We really appreciate that. And that's a property development company in the Snohomish County and King County area, correct?
It is correct.
Both foul shots good. 1:17 to go. First quarter. A 5-point lead for Chiawana as Edmonds-Woodway trying to tighten it up. Underneath, no problem with getting to that ball, but she can't get the shot to fall. Fortunately for Chiawana, there was backup help available. Clara Eubanks now has 4 points and 55 seconds left. A 7-point lead once again. This matches the biggest lead of the game, which Chiawana has had 3 times here in the first quarter. Thrown out of bounds. Our officials for today's game, Todd Howell, John Brown, and the one and only Romeo Escalona.
That's our man.
Going to see another one of our favorites out here, Riaz Kanji, will be out for game number 4. And I understand his, like that over-the-campus shot you had, he'll be coming in helicopter by that way. So, yes, always a dramatic entry. So there we go, over on the left side. Now somebody will hear that and go, did you hear about them telling, did you really come in by helicopter? That's good, because that means people are actually paying attention to what we're talking about. Those 2 goofballs we're talking, and we have a foul.
I think he'd at least come in by limo.
Foul goes against Rebecca DeSala-Good, her first. Team foul number 3. At the foul line with 2 shots is Claire Eubanks, misses the first one. This will be Chiawana's 6th foul shot here in the first quarter, up by 7, and she misses them both. Going the other direction. We're seeing a different type of defensive makeup without that intense pressure defense. It's more for the full court. It's more for the half court. And this game has started off very quick. These teams going back and forth with no hesitation. They'll work for 1 shot. In fact, the Chiawana player looking over to the bench right there, that is A.J. Martineau, to get an idea about what the coach, John Rasmussen, wants to have run here. So down to 5 seconds. 2 seconds, get it off. Off the backside. That basket will not count at the end. So that is it for 1 quarter of play. With Chiawana leading 15-8, winner will play against the winner of Lewis and Clark WF West for the second semifinal game tomorrow at 6:15. This is STSPN.com.
Did you know that Speedway Chevrolet is part of the Lee Johnson Auto family? That means 84 years of serving you the LJ way. Need a truck? We have the perfect truck to fit your needs. Half tons, 1 ton, 2-wheel drives, and 4-wheel drives. Our finance specialists are here to help you, whether you have good credit or bad credit. We're just off Highway 522 at West Main Street in Monroe.
Lee Johnson Auto Family, the LJ way.
(15-8) is our score as we move on to the second quarter.
Hey, Mark.
Yeah, what's up?
I just wanted to let you know that I confirmed you for the Marysville-Pilchuck Montlake Terrace game on January 7th.
That'll be a good one.
It's going to be a tough one.
So I am happy to be on board for that one, and our full crew of announcers are getting all set for the new year. We've got this whole tournament going on today and the next 2 days, and then we get going into conference play. Shot over on the right wing. That is good by Rebecca DeSala-Good. 15-10. Just watching Chiawana and how effectively they worked it around the arc. Now back out. 9 on the shot clock. Got to get a little more sense of urgency here. 4. Now forcing it up. And that one is going to go out of bounds. Went out before the shot clock went off. And Edmonds-Woodway has an opportunity to close the gap a little bit more right here.
Good defense.
Yeah, it was. It forced them outside, and then they took a little bit too long without a doubt there, and it ended up coming back to haunt them at the conclusion. Warriors cutting through, double team, down low underneath. Got a break on that one, 12 on the shot clock. She used about everything on that one except the net. And that's going to be Warriors getting it back, staying alive, and that's going to go out of bounds. That's tough because they looked like they had an idea what they wanted to do there, and it just got away from them.
Boy, and she came around that end fast, too. Did you see
her
make that turn?
So looking at scoring, Edmonds-Woodway with 2 points from Jaden Warren, both from the foul line, and then Adrian Pulling with a total of 6. That's all in the first quarter for those two, and then DeSalva Good got that basket just a little while ago. Minute 30 into the second quarter. 3 ball, straight on line. Delaney Pink, her second three-pointer of the game. She has 9 points. Warriors down now by their biggest deficit of 8 points. Not connecting on those three-pointers. They've missed 4, couple of air balls in that first quarter. At least they drew iron on that last one. That's good. Moving in the right direction. All right, now here they go again. Getting it off that defense, which has paid off. And Pulling misses, but there's a trailer to help out. Brooke Kearney connects her first 2 points of the game. Back to a 6-point lead for Chiawana with 5:35 left in the second quarter. Now, I've poked my head outside for a while, but you can just kind of feel that it's dark outside. It's just that time of day, you know what I mean?
It does kind of feel that way.
Yeah, all of a sudden, I think the lighting changes inside the building corresponding to the outside. And if somebody could give us a figure on that, too, probably some kind of a physics or weather
phenomena.
Yeah, equation. That was a three-pointer by Delaney Pink. 21-12. There you go, Todd. We have our rush score. There it is, right there from the power trio from Canada. We have the 21-12 score. There's a lot of people out there going, what are they talking about?
That's right.
But I have to give you great credit to balance out what they were playing in here between games where it really was hard to make out the words. You put on our headsets the power trio from Canada, Rush, and that really balanced things out nicely. So I thank you for that.
Well, it gave you a little extra energy.
Foul is going to go on Bailey Bunger, her first. Second team foul. At the foul line will be Rebecca DeSalagood. McKenna Caliber is back in for Chiawana. She is a senior. And the foul shot drops in there, make it 21-13. DeSalagood now has a total of 3 points. Edmonds-Woodway hanging in there, and at this point, it's closer than where the games were in the first two matchups, but Chiawana in a position to also pull away, and shots like that are going to make it happen. Delaney Pink hits another three-pointer, and she has 4 of them in the game, 15 points. Well, I'm looking down going, man, she's lit it up for 15 points and just been money with those outside shots, and that's a reason they're up by 11 points.
Well, you know, she heard about the T-shirt.
She heard about T-shirt?
Oh, yeah.
Of course. She's got T-shirt in the headlights. McKenna Caliber called for the foul, her second, third team.
She wants one.
And who can blame her? At the line is DeSalagood, makes the first foul shot. In for Edmonds-Woodway is Ingrid Fosberg. Fosberg started the game, hasn't seen a lot of action out there. Misses the second, sits at a 10-point lead. So their biggest has been 11. 4:16 to go, second quarter. Good hand reach in that time initially by Pulling, but then she got a little bit more physical and pushed off, so it's going to be a foul on Adrian Pulling, her first. Fourth team foul. At the foul line, shooting 2 will be Kylie Thorne. She is a junior. Let's take a look and see for Chiawana how it breaks down as far as their class is concerned. Seniors, they have 6, 2 juniors, 3 sophomores, 1 freshman, total of 12 listed on the roster. Doesn't get that second one to fall. Edmonds-Woodway trying again on their end, and we have a jump ball. Held ball going to Chiawana. They get it sorted out. They're going to stay with that. Back to an 11-point lead. And 3:50 to go in the second quarter. It's kind of fun to just take a look here and see what they're going to run offensively as they motion around over on the right wing. Back up top.
That looked kind of like a push-off.
Oh, way too high. But again, Edmonds-Woodway playing good, sound defense down there. Force another turnover. That's 5 turnovers against Chiawana in the game. Edmonds-Woodway also with 5. Warriors will come out of backcourt. The people aren't from the area. Oh, big shot that time, or aren't familiar with this. It was used to be Edmonds High School and Woodway High School, and then they merged. I think it was back in the 80s they merged to become Edmonds-Woodway High School. So it was the Edmonds Tigers and the Woodway Warriors. Kylie Thorne gets it done. Now 3 points in the game, and it's a 27-14 lead. Chiawana's almost doubled up Edmonds-Woodway. These games are now starting to look more and more familiar in one-sided affairs. But remember, Todd, when it was 18-12, I was talking about that Edmonds-Woodway needed to tighten it up and close the gap. Well, instead, it's gone the other direction, and Chiawana has been in command, and a big part of that has to do with Delaney Pink, who has 15 points. Warriors get it. Pulling going out of backcourt. And a push-off. 2:21 left to go in the second quarter. If you're just joining us, Glacier Peak won the first game 76-61, and Sunnyside picked up the win in the second game by a score of 64-33. So the two Grizzly teams will play against each other. Foul whistled against Claire Eubanks, her first 4th team foul. Those are even up. Travel called. 2:17 to go in the second quarter, and it's going back to Chiawana. And they can more than double up the score on Edmonds-Woodway here. Riverhawks into front court. Long 3 ball comes out, and now try to keep it alive. Edmonds-Woodway gets these opportunities, but not able to capitalize really. Now, can they make that work? Nope, too light. She was just completely off the mark that time underneath the basket. Got to turn around. She just kind of flung it up there on that shot by Rebecca DeSalvagood. 1:48 left to go in the second quarter, and it's going back to Chiawana. So, Todd, again, we've seen this one now start to get one-sided.
That's true. I think Edmonds-Woodway is a pretty strong team, so I would not count them out yet. But it is a little bit deflating for them when they open them up for those 3 balls. Chiawana, that is.
Yeah. Now that 2 ball doesn't connect. Fired up by Delaney Pink. Well, that's kind of a cool name in itself, Delaney Pink. 1:17 to go in the second quarter. Edmonds-Woodway in front court. They have been able to get some spots inside, just haven't connected. There's another miss inside. Driving to the basket that time is Maddie McMahon. And no follow as Chiawana will get control of it, and less than a minute to go in the second quarter. Edmonds-Woodway looks just a little gassed out there right now. Underneath they go. That is Claire Eubanks to Kylie Thorne. And it's 29-14. Gophers in front court. Shot clock at the midway point to 15 seconds. Underneath, popping out is Pullman. Ah, that's a tough looker. Doesn't get that to fall. Shot clock is dead, and Chiawana will just move it up court. No pressure on it. 2-3 zone. That one rims out. Getting the board is Maddie McMahon. Here comes Edmonds-Woodway. You need to get a little capper to go into the locker room at halftime. Down by 15 points. Play smart, pick something up. That's going to fall way short. I think there's a hand on it. No, they say that's not the case. Just about, there it is. .2 was on the clock, and that will end it for the first half. And we have a similarity to the first two games in that it's turned out one-sided at halftime. After leading 15-8 at the end of the first quarter, Chiawana is now up 29-14. So they were able to outscore Edmonds-Woodway by a tally of 14-6 in the second quarter, and they have the 15-point lead. It is what it is. We'll take a break, and then we'll come back here at the end of halftime and get you up to speed for the second half, and we'll see if Edmonds-Woodway can come out firing in the second half and tighten this one up. Right here for the beginning day of 3 for the Glacier Peak 2018 Top of the Peak Holiday Tournament on STSPN.com. And there we are again at Glacier Peak High School, home of the Grizzlies. Opened in 2008, and your host for the 2018 Top of the Peak Holiday Tournament here on STSPN.com. And I'm Mark Ockett. Todd Elvig is here. Sarah Elvig, Debbie Larson here too. My girlfriend joining us, and so we got lots of good family affairs going on to keep an eye on things for the games here and enjoying what we're doing. We have Todd Howell as one official, also John Brown out there. Romeo Escalona wraps up the trio. It's 29-14. Chiawana of Pasco is leading Edmonds-Woodway. As Brooke Kearney with 2 points, 2 for Jaden Warham. On the other side for Chiawana, they were led by the 15 points of Delaney Pink. Delaney hit 4 3-pointers, 3 of them in the second quarter, and she's a big difference as to why Chiawana is up by 15 points. So you look at that 15 points she scored, that's the difference in the game margin there. Also, Macy Morales with 2 points, 2 for Bailey Bunger. Claire Eubanks with 4 points, 0 for 2 from the foul line. And underneath, that is Pulling. You know, that could be the start of something big. Now, look, they're going to put that pressure defense on, which we saw a lot from both Glacier Peak and Sunnyside in the first 2 games. We'll see if they can hold up with that as they're trying to make some adjustments. Overall, Edmonds-Woodway's played some decent defense. Again, it's just been the shooting. There's a bump. Count that. Claire Eubanks picks it up, and she'll go to the foul line.
Number 4, A.J. Martineau, her first.
Goes against A.J. Martineau, her first foul, first team foul.
23, Claire Eubanks is good. She goes to the line to shoot the and one.
And completes the 3-point play. Now 1 for 3 from the line, 32-16. Biggest lead of the game for Chiawana. Edmonds-Woodway has not led, nor has this game been tied. Chiawana got out to a good start at 5-0, and they've held the lead since that time. Held ball. Arrow will give it to the Edmonds-Woodway Warriors. They get to keep it down, and then these officials are going to chat for just a second before I fully and officially say that as to what they're going to do. Romeo Escalona has come over there, and yeah, okay, it'll stay with Edmonds-Woodway, but I was wondering if he might have seen something different from his angle. Our final game will start at 6:15, hour and 5 minutes from now, and that's Lewis and Clark and WF West. Pulling to the right side.
For that WF.
Oh, there's a miss that time. A.J. Martineau, what were you saying there? We're going to have an answer who WF West is from Chehalis.
What the WF is.
What the WF is. Off the rim, Edmonds-Woodway gets another opportunity. And it's not like Chiawana's been smoking hot from the field themselves. Pink certainly on the money with those 4 3 balls. Yeah, they get it back. Good defense. Oh, bump. Going in hard that time was Adrian Pulling. That's going to be a tough second foul on her. And it'll be 2 shots for Alyssa Agundis. Go ahead, Todd.
I think she was just trying to stop him from getting the first down.
That's a very good analogy. Agundis misses the first foul shot. Gets number 2. Let's take a look here. Chiawana has made 6 out of 11.
The thing is that Edmonds has had some really good defense and just not able to capitalize on the other end of the floor.
Yeah, either inside, as they've had some certain opportunities in there, but they've released at the wrong point and had a lot of inside layups, gimmies come flying out of there, and they've missed some outside shots. Maybe they ought to try some mid-range stuff. That's a break for the Warriors. That shot looked perfect from this angle.
It sure did.
And the Warriors get the basket. DeSala Good now has 6 points. 5:40 to go in the third quarter. Chiawana, player wide open. And a follow. Edmonds-Woodway didn't seal it up in there and left it wide open for Eubanks after she missed that one off the rim. She got the rebound, had plenty of room to go in there and put it easily off the glass off the left side. And again, the Warriors find themselves down, this time now by 17 points at 35-18. Traveling is called against Edmonds-Woodway, their 8th turnover of the game. Brooke Kearney is into the game for Edmonds-Woodway. She saw action out in that first half. 5:11 to go, third quarter action, and Chiawana close to doubling up the score again. Macy Morales with the ball, averages 9.6 per game. And not able to hang on to it is Delaney Pink. That was kind of a bounce pass that was just a little bit out of sync for her to try to get her hands on. Let's see if she can nail that 3 ball. There it is. They've been looking to get one of those. Kearney finally gets the first 3-pointer for Edmonds-Woodway. Will that start something for them? Because they have attempted 6 before that and had not come through with a basket. We've got a timeout on the floor called by Chiawana. 4:43 left to go, third quarter. They're up by 14 here on STSPN.com.
Did you know that Speedway Chevrolet is part of the Lee Johnson Auto family? That means 84 years of serving you the LJ way. Need a truck? We have the perfect truck to fit your needs. Half tons, 1 ton, 2-wheel drives, and 4-wheel drives. Our finance specialists are here to help you, whether you have good credit or bad credit. We're just off Highway 522 at West Main Street in Monroe.
Lee Johnson Auto Family, the LJ way.
Third game of the Top of the Peak Holiday Tournament. There'll be 4 today and then 4 tomorrow as we lead into Saturday, and the championship game will be coming up on Saturday at 3:15 p.m. Each of these teams going for 3 games each. Glacier Peak High School here. If you're joining us somewhere over in Switzerland, we are in the state of Washington, United States of America. And we appreciate you tuning in wherever you are throughout the world. If you just scan around and go, hey, let's check these guys out. And it is 35-21. Chiawana of Pasco, Washington is leading Edmonds-Woodway. Edmonds-Woodway about 15 miles from here, so they didn't have to travel. They can stay in their own beds, not have to do the hotels, although the hotel thing's pretty fun. You get together as a team and meals and everything like that.
Now you've got me curious. I'm going to go take a look at our live analytics and see what countries we have.
That would be really cool if you can break that down for us by game number 4, especially if it gets one-sided. There's a foul shot is good, and the foul that time was called on Rebecca DeSala Good. That's her second foul, third team foul. Chiawana has not committed a team foul as of yet in the second half. 4:22 left to go. Coming out of the game, Alyssa Agundis. And it is good. 37-21. Just a little bit off. You can see that one about an inch short. And now Chiawana, again, an opportunity to extend that lead. They worked it really well, and it worked out perfectly. Off the pass from Makila Burton to Macy Morales. Morales gets her first 3-pointer of the game. It's now a 19-point lead. Oh, how this game swings in one direction or the other so quickly. Driving to the basket is Pullman. Short on the shot. They end up with the rebound. 3:37 to go in the third quarter. Pullman looking over on the right side. Martineau can't get that one to fall. But Chiawana can double it up again right here with a hoop. 18 seconds on the shot clock, and just fun to watch them move that ball there. Again, you see that big success. There's 3 in the key called against Chiawana, but Todd, even though it didn't work out for him that time down court, it's just something that does stand out for Chiawana is just how well they move the ball.
No, they really do, and they're quick too. I mean, they look a lot like Sunnyside or Glacier Peak, just not quite the same.
Edmonds-Woodway in the front court now, coming up on 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Traveling called. Now she was trying to get her feet set, and that was Brooke Kearney, who hit a 3-ball earlier, the only one that Edmonds-Woodway has hit in this game, and then gets called for a travel. And that's part of the tough part of what you're trying to do here is find the consistency. Morales will bring it out of backcourt. Finds Burton. Underneath they go. Again, good passing. That's Kylie Thorne. Have Thorne now for 9 points in the game. Again, Edmonds-Woodway can't get that one to drop. They're just going to be able to get it back, though, as Chiawana kept it alive. Now, for Chiawana, they are out of the Mid-Columbia Conference 4A basketball. Highest classification in the state, and in for Edmonds-Woodway is Ingrid Fosberg. They have a timeout. It's going to be called by Edmonds-Woodway. They're down by a bunch, 42-21, 2:31 left to go third quarter, and we'll be back with more of this tournament on STSPN.com.
So I get called down to HR. I told them Tinseltoes started it. I was working on that all-sled drive system with that front axle disconnect when that idiot blasted me with a grease gun. So I call him my half-wit, which is being generous. He tells me to go elf myself. Elf me? Elf you, pal. Then he kicks me in the sugar plums. Well, I got me a lump of coal with his name on it. Believe that.
Ho, ho, go.
There you go.
And here we go. We thank the Elves for stopping by. 42-21 as you see, and 2:25 to go in the third quarter. Edmonds-Woodway with one way outside.
Okay, so I've got an update for you.
Yeah, what do you got?
We've got United Kingdom, Vietnam, and Canada. So no Switzerland.
United Kingdom, Vietnam, and Canada. These are people that are watching.
This is outside the U.S.
Outside the U.S. at this moment?
Yes.
Wow. Even though we didn't have Switzerland, I just took a stab at that one. That's pretty cool. You know? And what would really be nice is if you turn that little echo thing down.
Yeah,
so
sorry about that.
I don't think they're hearing it out there, but here we go.
That's
2
so
minutes to go in the third quarter. Yeah, that's right. Chiawana, again, great with the ball movement right there. How about that? That's Burton with the three-pointer off the pass for Morales, and it's 45-21. They are just pulling away now. Looking good for the Riverhawks.
Now, you said Chiawana's been to the woodshed?
Yeah, they have. Let's see here. That foul is going to go against Sydney Guzman. That's her first foul. Second team foul against the Riverhawks, and they'll make some subs. Edmonds-Woodway will inbound on the right baseline. Okay, so let's take a look at things here. Last year, Chiawana with an impressive season as they went 13-1 in conference play, 19-5 overall. In the playoffs, they kind of simmered down, and that was a 2-2 record as they, in the district, they defeated Gonzaga Prep, lost to Lewis and Clark, defeated Richland, and then lost to University. And over time, now keep in mind this school just in its 10th year, so 9 previous seasons, they finished 7th in 2010, and then in 2011 they finished 3rd in state. Underneath. There it is, nice pass. That was pulling, finding Warham, and a call timeout by Edmonds-Woodway. 1:07 to go in the third quarter. It's STSPN.com.
Every year, thousands of groups depend on Adrenaline Fundraising to help reach their financial goals. Adrenaline Fundraising is about developing leaders through commitment, work ethic, and follow through. Adrenaline has several products including gold cards, coupon books, cookie dough, donation programs, and many other options to help teams raise the funds needed for their programs. Adrenaline's new app called UpPay will help teams raise money while providing their supporters the ability to earn cash back on everyday purchases at places like Starbucks, Nike, Red Robin, and over 200 plus national retailers. Adrenaline Fundraising is this season's sponsor of the STSPN's Play of the Game Award.
You know that test drive I've been trying to get to? You're not going to believe this, but Raritan's of Monroe just delivered it to my work. I gotta go.
Too busy to schedule a test drive? Raritan's of Monroe will bring the test drive to you. It's part of our new concierge service.
Welcome back. 1:07 to go, third quarter. I'm Mark Ockett with Todd Elvig here at Glacier Peak High School. Full court pressure defense for Edmonds-Woodway, and they're going to end up, looks like, fouling in back court. No, they say she was what, forced out of bounds? Yeah, that's a good call, I think, because I'm going, did she really get fouled? She just fell out of bounds. So Romeo Escalona taking charge of the situation. A 22-point lead for Chiawana. 1 minute to go in the third quarter as that winds under.
You don't want to mess with Romeo.
There he goes, right there, man. He's like, calls a two-shot foul. That's on Michaela Burton, her first, third team foul. At the foul line is A.J. Martineau. And I just keep waiting for Edmonds-Woodway to really find themselves, start hitting some shots, and close the gap on this. Because we're now looking at, okay, will the Lewis and Clark WF West game be a close one throughout? It would be fun to have a barn burner because so far the first three have turned out to be one-sided. Martineau can't get that one to drop, and it's going to be Edmonds-Woodway basketball on the ensuing play out there. 52 seconds to go in the third quarter. You got to string some things together at this point. Oh, that's not how you do it. That's how you do it. Maddie McMahon with her first 2 points of the game. There's the press. Stay with it as long as you can keep your energy level up. They got one of their bigs on the bench right now. Adrian Pulling is sitting down, so that'll freshen her up for the fourth quarter. Yeah, we're trying to look for a positive scenario, see if Edmonds-Woodway can make a game out of this. Obviously, Chiawana has really had the edge. That goes out of bounds. Warriors basketball, shot clock shut off, and we have 19.2 seconds left to go in the third quarter.
Well, 19 points is not necessarily insurmountable.
It's not, but you really got to start making it happen, and that means like right now. That didn't happen. There you go, underneath. That did. So there's a couple times for McMahon right before the buzzer. She gets the job done. That helps Edmonds-Woodway. Again, it's still a big hill for them to climb as Chiawana has played a very impressive game through three quarters, and they lead it 45-28. We're going to go to the fourth quarter. Who knows? We'll see what happens. Stay with us from throughout the world and the United States of America here on STSPN.com.
Did you know that Speedway Chevrolet is part of the Lee Johnson Auto family? That means 84 years of serving you the LJ way. Need a truck? We have the perfect truck to fit your needs. Half tons, 1 ton, 2-wheel drives, and 4-wheel drives. Our finance specialists are here to help you, whether you have good credit or bad credit. We're just off Highway 522 at West Main Street in Monroe.
Lee Johnson Auto Family, the LJ way.
We're back live at Glacier Peak High School, home of the Glacier Peak 2018 Top of the Peak Holiday Tournament. Mark Ockett bringing you the action on STSPN.com. And the leading scorer for Chiawana still is Delaney Pink with 15 points, Claire Eubanks with 9, Kylie Thorne with 9. And then on the other side, Adrian Poling with 8 points. She leads Edmonds-Woodway. Chiawana up by 17 points, again, 45-28. But good news for Edmonds-Woodway is that they were able to double up their point total in that third quarter. They had only scored 14 through the first half, and they got 14 in the third quarter. That goes loose. It stays with the Riverhawks. Okay, Todd, so we're talking about these people that are watching us throughout the world. So you actually are able to get on and find out what parts of the world these people are at. And so you got them over there in United Kingdom?
United Kingdom, Canada, and Vietnam.
Wow. That just makes me crave some pho soup. I want to say hello to I'll start off by saying hi to our friends in Vietnam. And hopefully you're enjoying the webcast, the broadcast throughout the world here on STSPN.com. A missed shot. Now that's a tough one right there. She was right in there, and Kearney just couldn't get it done. Yeah, you make that basket, closes it to 15. There they go. They get the rebound. Get out of trouble. Kearney. McMahon couldn't squeeze the trigger for a basket on that one. Traveling violation called against Chiawana. 6:55 to go in the fourth quarter. And then you also, so we have people in the United Kingdom, hello to you, and those of our friends up in Canada. Who knows, it could be the members of the Rush Band, the power trio from Canada. We were saluting them earlier. Count that basket. Maddie McMahon has stepped it up here, coming in and getting the job done in this second half. She started the game, didn't have any points in the first half, but she's got 6 points here, 4 last quarter and 2 so far here in the fourth quarter. And that foul is going to be called against Claire Eubanks, her fourth team foul. And that's going to send McMahon to the line for the very first time. And she doesn't make the foul shot. 15-point lead for Chiawana. Their biggest lead has been 24, so that's pretty solid. Let's take another look at something here. Missed shot. Edmonds-Woodway has scored 9 straight points. Todd, that's where I get to use that math portion of my broadcast degree.
I don't ever trust it though too much. Didn't you go to a public school?
So there you go. Public university, yes. Jump ball. Edmonds-Woodway. Chiawana making a couple of substitutions. Kylie Thorne and McKenna Caliber back in. Out of bounds, Warriors basketball. 6:19 to go, fourth quarter. Off the mark. McMahon couldn't get it done. But she's done some positive things here in the second half. That goes out of bounds. I think we'll see pulling in at some point. I'm looking, don't see him making a move to bring her in at this point unless she got banged up a little bit. She seems to be okay down there, but kind of be an interesting combination to have her and McMahon out there just trying to bang away inside. Warriors lose a handle on it. They've committed 15 turnovers in this one. 5:43 to go in the fourth quarter. Again, springing it around. Smooth with the ball movement. There it is. And that, I tell you, it just paid off huge. Morales, she was getting that pass from Thorne and connects on it. Bingo! And there's one on the other side. Ingrid Fosberg all of a sudden hits a three-pointer. It's back to a 15-point deficit. 5:24 to go, fourth quarter. This is STSPN.com.
We are all frustrated with the high cost of heating and cooling our homes. At GNS, we are completely changing the way you keep your home comfortable. Because we are Snohomish County's premier Lennox dealer, we can design a perfect system for you, one that will save you a lot of money on your utility bill. The Lennox Home Comfort System creates the ideal home environment. Enjoy innovation in every season with precise, quietly efficient Lennox heat pumps that keep your life simply perfect. Call GNS Heating, Cooling, and Electric today or visit us at gsheating.com.
McDaniel's Do It Center is located in beautiful Snohomish, Washington. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, they are proud to provide the Snohomish Valley with exceptional hardware, tools, lawn and garden, and sporting goods products. Their commitment to delivering legendary customer service and their outstanding employees continue to make McDaniel's the best and one of the most recognized Do It Best centers in the nation. Stop by and experience for yourself the difference between McDaniel's and the big box stores. Discover why so many people are choosing to shop at McDaniel's.
15-point lead for Chiawana of Pasco. The Riverhawks with the ball, dancing along this end line out of bounds there, and they're going to end up throwing it away. Okay, so that goes back to Edmonds-Woodway. It's a 5-possession game. 5:23 left to go, fourth quarter on STSPN.com. What states do you have dialed in out there, or they have us dialed in?
I've got New York.
Hey!
I've got Florida. And Texas.
Okay. Hello to people viewing in those various states, perhaps family and friends of the players who just want to watch some high school basketball. And we look forward to bringing you this entire tournament. One more game to come up today. So thank you for our international viewers and also domestically. Look at that, McMahon. Oh, that just looks so good. That would have been a real helper had it fallen for Edmonds-Woodway.
Well, let's remind our clients that Washington is the #1 viewership.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
They don't think
yeah, that's all. Well, no, we do have. Of course we have. We want to thank all our Washington viewers here in the state of Washington. But also we love it when you can check those things and find out, okay, where are people. Now, can you find out, like, their names and bank account numbers and stuff like that?
Well, you know, I shouldn't say over the air.
No, you're safe out there, viewers. Do not start something, Todd. Edmonds-Woodway with McMahon stepping into it. Missed a shot. All of a sudden, we got LifeLock coming up to us here in the seats.
Yeah.
Trying to shut us down.
Yeah, no, they don't tell us that much.
Now down to 4 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, and this is looking more and more like it's going to go in the right direction for Chiawana. Missed that shot. Edmonds-Woodway still has a chance of hope there, but, man, you got to deliver. You get frustrating for certain teams when they can't hold on to things, and there, finally worked out. That was McMahon able to find A.J. Martineau, and it cuts it down to a 12-point deficit. 4-possession game. Got to seal it up right there by the paint. They do so. 3:27 to go. Well, this is what
Rasmussen's starting to lose his mind over there.
There is Pink. She's been quiet since the second quarter, but comes through. Delaney Pink with 18 points. And this game, if this game continues on like it is, I'd have to say she'd be a top candidate for our Adrenaline Player of the Game and get a free T-shirt to take back with her to Pasco.
I think that's correct.
Not downtown Chiawana, because it really doesn't exist, but that I'm aware of. But they're in Pasco.
Oh.
Right there on the follow-up is Thorne. Made that one look easy. She was in perfect position. 2:43 to go, fourth quarter. It is a 17-point lead for Chiawana. Now a 6-possession game. McMahon comes off strong, and Pink is able to get the rebound. So Delaney Pink with 5 3-pointers in the game, also a 2-point field goal, a made foul shot, and we have a timeout called by the Chiawana Riverhawks. We'll be back with more right here on STSPN.com.
As records tumbled and enemies cried, came the birth of a legend. But we did not sleep. We did not rest. With knowledge gained and lessons learned, a legend was born to search and destroy. Respect the beast, but don't wake the monster.
fourth quarter action on STSPN.com. At the top of the Peak Holiday Tournament in Snohomish, Washington, a 17-point lead for the Chiawana Riverhawks. With the basketball right now, Pink handling it. Herai getting a chance to come into the game. Morgan Herai, a senior. Now Pink again. Will she hit her 6-3 ball? She does. Wow. 18-point lead. Make that 20-point lead. 6 3-pointers for Delaney Pink and 21 points in the game. There's a 3-point basket by Kearney. Her second. 1:47 to go in the fourth quarter. And we are going to go ahead and choose Delaney Pink as the player of the game. Driving to the basket and putting it in will be Burton. She's got 4 points. And so we'll take another timeout right here on STSPN.com, and we'll be back with more.
A timeout called by Chiawana. Into the game for Chiawana.
Every year, thousands of groups depend on Adrenaline Fundraising to help reach their financial goals. Adrenaline Fundraising is about developing leaders through commitment, work ethic, and follow-through. Adrenaline has several products including gold cards, coupon books, cookie dough, donation programs, and many other options to help teams raise the funds needed for their programs. Adrenaline's new app called UpPay will help teams raise money while providing their supporters the ability to earn cash back on everyday purchases at places like Starbucks, Nike, Red Robin, and over 200 plus national retailers. Adrenaline Fundraising is this season's sponsor of the STSPN's Play of the Game Award.
No. Are we back? Yep, we are back. 58-39. That is by Adrian Poling. So our player of the game is going to be Delaney Pink, who has hit 6 3-point baskets, and she has 21 points in the game, game high for both teams. 17-point lead for Chiawana. And it's just a matter of what the final score is going to be right now. I just do not see Edmonds-Woodway scoring 17 points in 1 minute and 5 seconds. That'd be something we'd send out in another route worldwide.
We would probably get a lot of views for that.
Yeah, that's true. Foul goes against Sydney Guzman, her third, team's 5th foul. At the foul line is Kristen Rainin. Again, Edmonds-Woodway has played some really solid defense out there. At times throughout this game, they just have not been able to connect on those baskets, and it's done them in. A 15-point lead, the pressure defense on. Here comes Chiawana out of backcourt, going over to the right side. And they just take and wind some time off the clock. Look at that good passing. Oh man. Speaking of which, that was Brooke Thorne finding Burton, who puts it in.
Yeah, but you see that one-handed grab?
Yeah, Burton made a great play right there. .24 seconds to go. We'll take a break right at the end here, and then we'll get our player of the game to come up, Delaney Pink, to join us. As Chiawana is going to advance on, and they will play tomorrow at 6:15 against the winner of our 4th and final game of the day. That is Lewis and Clark versus WF West, which is going to start in about a half hour. There we go, as time will wind down. 60-43 is the score. Edmonds-Woodway will play tomorrow at 2:45. And they will play the loser of the next game. So it'll be the loser of Lewis and Clark, WF West, against Edmonds-Woodway at 2:45 p.m. tomorrow. Again, our final score in this one, 60-43. Chiawana picks up the victory. All three have gone one-sided. We'll see how game number 4 comes up, as Lewis and Clark and WF West will play in approximately 30 minutes. But we're going to go ahead and get number 5, Delaney Pink. Number 5, Delaney Pink, will come up and join us on the post-game show. Stay tuned. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and here is Delaney Pink for you. Hi. You can say hi to the camera right there.
Hello.
So you are the player of the game. Great job. It's sponsored by Adrenaline Fundraising. Hold that T-shirt out there, will you? So we get our sponsors all set there. Adrenaline Fundraising, Reardon's of Monroe. That is one of our great presenting sponsors, as well as Ace Hardware. So congratulations, Delaney Pink, and that'll actually be put out on Facebook. So we got her turned on and everything there?
We're all good to go.
All right, you might want to bring the microphone just a little bit closer to you there. You hear it now? We're going to do that there. There you go. Okay, good. You're all good. Get used to this if you're going to have days like that. So you are just a sophomore, right?
Yes, correct.
And you had an incredible game in the big victory, 60-43, Chiawana defeating Edmonds-Woodway. I don't think you missed a 3-ball, did you?
I'm not sure. I don't think so.
I don't have a miss here. You were 6 for 6. Have you ever had a game like that?
No. Honestly, my shooting's been off, so it's good to see that in the gym it finally paid off.
Yeah, it sure paid off, because you were just money wherever you were on the 3-point shots there. Hit 1 in the first quarter, 4 in the second quarter, or 3 in the second quarter, and 2 in the fourth quarter. And you finished with a game-high 21 points tonight for Chiawana, and your team played well, too.
Yes.
Right out the gate, they were right up on Edmonds-Woodway and capitalized when you need to.
We thought it was going to be a tough game because we actually got here like 2 hours before the game.
Oh, you did?
From right off the bus, and it was like a 5-hour drive, so stopping. So it came out really strong. Our post had really good kicks out, which got us the open shots. And so, yeah, overall it was a good game. We had super good defense, which is really good, and that wins games. That's exactly what helps out, that great defense right there. So tomorrow you play at 6:15 against the winner of this next game. Yes. Hopefully you guys are going to spend the night here. Yeah, we are. We're staying like 15 minutes away from here.
Oh, that's good. That's good. So, hey, great job coming through, and your teammates, you all played well together. And, again, defense is such a big factor, and we're starting to see more and more of that instead of just coming down and firing 3 balls. But you made it work today with those, but it was a combination of both the shots and also your great defense. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, and you have a great name, by the way,
Thank
Delaney
you.
Pink. Do you like the entertainer Pink?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I was hoping you'd fire some of that up, Todd, but hey, thanks a lot, Delaney Pink, all right?
Thank you.
All right, you have a great name. So we will wrap it up, 60-43 the final score. Chiawana defeats Edmonds-Woodway, and Chiawana will play tomorrow at 6:15 against the winner of this next one, Lewis and Clark and WF West. We're going to take a break. I see 27 minutes on the clock. And we're going to go ahead and take about a 25-minute break before we get started once again with game number 4. Thanks, Delaney.
Thank you.
We'll talk to you later, everybody, here on STSPN.com.